Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Tamarak Trail for our last video on the demo for the week. So, we're going to basically hop back into the trail. We still haven't gotten any currency to use anywhere, and it's a mixed feeling for the game right now. Like, there's a lot of aspects of the game that I do like the art style, this map, the aesthetics, all are fantastic. There's nothing there. It's more so when it comes down to, like, the gameplay and trying to kind of get a feel for how it all goes together. That's a little bit more difficult to try to explain that. Like, the dice customization, I think this is absolutely fantastic. It works well. You have so many options to play around with that you can do whatever you wish there, and I could see that really coming into effect as you're later in and have so many more abilities. But it's more so when you actually get to these battles. I feel like there's some more issue here when it comes to a little bit of visual stuff. So that way, like, what does this icon mean? If you move your mouse over, you should at least be able to know, like, okay, the enemy intends to debuff, buff itself, attack, etc. like that. There's also that one thing, too, should be when they're going to attack, or, again, the skips to auto-ending your turn, I think should be taken out, so that way you can actually get an understanding of how things play out come next turn. But one thing is, when these enemies have multiple attacks where it's like, say, 1x2, it's not really clear how that's playing out, because if I use Slay the Spire as an example, if you had something where it was like, say, the birds in Act 2, or if you have like 1x5, you saw that it did 5 animations for each 1 damage attack it would do. Whereas here, I think they only do a single animation, so you don't really know how that's working out. And I don't know if it would apply, but that makes a big difference when it comes down to possibly the player having something like, say, a Thorn or Retaliation ability. Because a difference between, let's say, well, let's use the bird's example of 1x5. That means it's 5 attacks, and if you have something that, say, does 2 damage per attack taken, well, then you know that's going to shred for 10 damage back against the enemy. But if it's only doing 1 attack at 5 damage, it's going to be 2 back. So it's that where it's a little bit harder to understand what they mean by just the number shown without going through more animations for each attack. Like I guess what was an actual boss we fought at the end of last episode, having the 4x13, I think it was 13 damage 4 times. Not 4 damage 13 times, but again, we didn't know for sure because we didn't actually get to see how it would play out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything here. I also feel like, I know they didn't want to do like Slay the Spire, where it was probably where you have health and an energy bar, but I think you might actually want to go back to a simpler thing like that. Say you have 5 hearts, and each heart has so much HP to it. So you'll have, like, say, 1 heart that has a 5 written on it and a health bar here. Just so that way, then you can keep the dice do have their energy costs for what faces come up, but you don't feel like you're getting punished in using your health in order to do your attacks as well. And I think that would also help here, because it feels weird to get this enemy resolved down, but it doesn't have an impact towards what the damage they can do will be. Because it's like, why have your enemies even have resolve bar if it doesn't have any impact towards the, impact to what they are able to do or pull off. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, let's just open the die up. We'll add this one we got. Yeah, take that off. We'll do that, wrap that up, set you back, bring you over. Take one of yours off to do that. And return to the trail. But yeah, the game looks really good in that. There are some more visual things I'd like to see, like, again, you can see, like, what the name of your opponent, your enemy is. A little bit more visual indication. You actually choose when the turn ends, even if you've used all your dice or that. And that way you kind of have a bit more of a general idea what happens as the turns shift. Like, there we go. They got some resolve back, so we have to work through that again. And there we go. Just simple like that. And I think we'll go for... Let's do aim for the eyes, because that one doesn't need to have, like, any bounces for it. And we'll open this up again. Open that up, and shift to put that one... And we'll try something like that. Bring you back over. Okay. Now we just got a rest spot. And an event. Unfamiliar fungi. You've never seen mushrooms like these. Viscous fluids drip from the colorful toadstools, looking strangely appetizing. The air glitters with spores and your head is feeling a tiny bit light. Feast, inhale. Maybe we'll prepare mushroom tea. I don't think we'd want to feast on them as they are. Inhaling them seems like a bad idea, but maybe if we prepare them. 8 drowsy and 1 permanent resolve regeneration. So it kind of helped, but kind of didn't, because we now have the drowsy debuff, and that is reduce resolve regeneration by amount of stacks. So we're only going to get 1 resolve per turn. Yeah, again, I think it's better to split up your health pool and your energy pool, so that way they're not the same thing. Okay, our turn. There's that. Use that. Turn ends. Back to that. Some block to prevent the 6 damage. And I honestly... Yeah, again, I don't know why if... you would ever do, like, the manual, each dice on their own for rolling. I could use some defense stuff, but I still feel like it might be better. Let me get exploit weakness. That one can come in handy if we can get some debuffs on the enemy. So we'll take one of you out and put that there. There we go. And where are we going? Okay, an event and then the boss fight. Hideous reflection. A terrifying shriek pierces through your ears. Quickly you hide behind a nearby bush. Upon taking a peek behind your hiding spot, you see a hideous creature screaming and scratching at water mirror. Sneak past, kill it, drink, or look into the lake. Maybe we'll try sneaking past. Creature seems too dangerous, you hide yourself in bushes and tall grass, gain 5 stealth. Okay, no debuff for that. And the stealth might come in handy here, because we have our familiar... Yeah, this guy, once again. Okay. On attack, gain the block, and next turn... Okay, what does stealth do? Receive half damage for, I guess, so many attacks. Okay. Yeah, let's use... that to... Damage done... Okay, reduced by 25%. That's why there's no change there. But yeah, for a multiple thing, it only does the animation once, so you don't really know how that damage is being sent through. It says... Is that applying? Because it says it's supposed to have reduction by 25%. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't actually know. Well, we can do that. Yeah, that gave us a reroll. We can get the bleed on. We can get some block. Yeah, that guy's just giving us a debuff. We'll get that on. And then I think... No, bleed won't quite help take that out, so we do need to use that and some block. Yeah, we need to have that doing like 5 in order to do... Just take care of big guy. And yeah, little guy won't be a problem to deal with. Okay, it says he's going to do 10. If we hit that, it did get reduced to 8. Okay, so it does apply properly. I wasn't sure for a minute there, because it just looked like when we were fighting the big one, it just seemed to stay that attack at 10. Yeah, I'll do that. Get a shield on. They do their turn. Back to us. We're at least getting through the early stages in that pretty easily, but I'm not sure if it's just like how it goes further beyond the like the scaling as you go a little further along just really ramps up or what. But we've got a new dice, so let's just start plugging stuff into it so we don't have too many empty rolls. And let's see. We're good on health, so I don't think we need to camp too soon. We might go up here for the double cores. Yeah, we'll take that route. It does keep us... Well, actually, all 3 routes look like they kept us for the long run without choice. Of course, I said so we don't have any empty ones, but we got one there. We'll do that. Yeah, and turn, because we can't do anything with that die. And again, that 2x4, without knowing the animations, it's kind of hard to know how it's applying. Do that, block, and turn. God, I hate having all these empty faces on that one die, because it just seems like that's all we're getting. And then, yeah, Resolve's getting low, which means our ability to use things is going down too. Okay, at least we got rid of that. You're going to attack, so we might as well get the blind debuff on that. Get that in. And again... No, the more I keep playing, the more I hate having our energy and health pool basically tied together. It does not feel good playing with this as is. I would say you can keep having the resolve bars a thing, but separate losing it from enemy attacks. Have it more, you can deplete it with going heavy on your dice and effects, but don't have the enemies, just their attacks able to apply to it too. Okay, do that, get the bleed. I'll actually probably use this. Yeah, to get the dodge. I don't have any attack, any energy. Okay, there we go. Gain stealth and to that flip die to the bottom. That actually might be able to do... That could be helpful if we can apply that with something else. Yeah, because that'll bring that one up, so you know what, we'll keep that. But that would probably be my main thing, is separate this health and energy resource that you have right now. Because the two together are proven to be a bit annoying. And turn. Okay, our turn. Okay, we got quite a few bounces. So I can get a bleed on that, and turn. Yeah, do that. We can get that. Do that. Might as well get this refreshed. Yeah, took a fair hit there. And get that. Break through that to start wounding. Flip. And can't do anything with the blank die side there. Oh, there we go. Okay, knockout gas. Knockout gas. Apply 4 drowsy per bounce. Deal 4 and flip to the left, or harass. Apply 2. I might take that, because if I open this up, and we bring this one... Oop, nope, my bad. Open that up again. Yeah, if we open this die up, and we hit that there... So, if we get that one, it'll trigger this one, which then also triggers that one. See, that's where I can see running into having the energy going down much quicker for fights. But I don't think tying it to the health as a resource is a good idea. We'll take the Eye of Cog and actually put that on a dice now that I know how these are actually the cores. I thought they were kind of like relics for Slay the Spire, where they just passively affected you all the way through, but you actually have to put them into a die. Humming Monolith. A monolith stands alone on top of a small hill. An ominous humming sound comes from its direction. Ears electrified, you feel threatened. Search the area. You find a sack of gold coins and thorny bushes. Gain 5 gold, or 50 gold and bleed. Great. But we'll hit here. And, okay, we're not going to have a merchant for quite a while. We're going to take the Contain Moisac, or however that's pronounced. Because getting the free damage out from it has been very helpful. And go through some of these. Oh, you're an interesting fellow. Looks like double peg legs. Maybe we'll start with working on the guy in the back there. So he's got Reflect. Okay, so as long as we don't attack him... Okay, actually, maybe our other abilities will cause that to happen. There's that. There's that. And what I think I'll do is I will use the backflip. Oh, backflip and that. Okay, yeah, so... That turns over. We got our turn back here. Ooh. Oh, actually, I gotta be careful, because anything we're kind of doing damage-wise to him, because of the Reflect that was active, we'll get a bit of it back. But now we can go full out on him. Let's get the blind on, weaken that. And start getting some good damage in. Yeah, we're taking wounds as well, and we're down pretty low for our energy. Oh, but that was able to do it. Safe house, watch and learn, or... We'll take watch and learn. Let's try to get something that'll start giving us possibly some, Actually, I'm going to put that over there so that's a nice combo if it does go off. Get ourselves some more resolve back in, because that's something I haven't been doing, is trying to find things that return our resolve once they're used up. Well, these guys again. No, I didn't actually mean to do that. I want to save and use a different one first. Yeah, we'll start on the guy back there. Just because the bleeds are actually going to over... Again, that still gets me, is not having the... Okay, I'm ready to end turn. Let's see how it resolves. I'll use that. Which then lets us use that. Oh. And then I can use that. We'll apply bleed on, I guess, that one. Try to block up to help with what's coming through here. God, I gotta admit, the damage on bounces is really helpful. And then we can use that. Yeah, turn ends. Back to us. And this will probably take him out. Spread shot, loose cannon, or fake evidence. We'll take that and see how I want to apply that. As we'll probably want to look at replacing all of our basic strikes. So that is deal 4 damage to all enemies and make another attack if a bounce. So yeah, we'll do that. And we have a camp, so that lets us rest up and gain a little bit more health back. And keep going along. Okay, that is apply to exposed and flip to the right, so maybe we'll put exposed on that. I'll use that to gain a little more resolve. Okay, now that I got something that's starting to give us, like, resolve just in the dice rolls, I think it's going to help a lot more. Well, that helped thin things out, didn't it? Let's see. Use that on you. 4 bleed will actually probably take it out once the turn shifts over. Yeah, there it goes. That's just the one left behind. Get the blind on you. Oh, and actually finish it right off. Gain 2 stealth and flip to the right. Gain that again, or deal... Ooh, maybe we'll take that one. It actually... These ones are reminding me of just, like, Slay the Spire's basic attacks or basic strikes, so... It's not bad to want to swip or get those exchanged for something more powerful as you just find new things. Well, we got a few combats, then we'll see if we can take on this next boss. I don't know if we'll actually make it that far or not. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, that was a fair bit of damage. Okay, we'll start with that to get the resolve back. Hit him with that one. And some extra defense to help block the 10 coming in. Once it does get rolling and playing along, it does move pretty quickly for how it's going. And yeah, if you can chain out the die effects, it's really fun just to see how it all completely goes through and along. Maybe I'll go for Jagged Bolt, because we're starting to get a lot of die bounces just happening regularly, so... Start trying to get more debuffs and stuff possibly coming about. And a couple more fights, then a rest spot, and then the boss. So we'll see if we can get through these quickly. We'll use that. Yeah, you know what, we'll even use that, just so I can get the extra defense coming in. So I'm trying to remember, what does that one do? Apply 5 per bounce and exposed if under stealth. We'll just quickly finish this guy off. So we only got the Beetle Rider to deal with. And some block, although not that we needed it, because they are blocking. Okay, let's see. Get that applied onto you. Yeah, we can do that. Get the flip, get the exposed on them, get some extra resolve, and block. Our turn. Ooh, good number of bounces there. 6 bleed. Get the exposed again, get more resolve back, and a strike in for 10 damage. And that is Beetle Fury. Performs heavy attack at 3 stacks. Okay, have to be careful. Would have to be careful that if we got to it. Okay, gain 5 per bounce. Actually, that one might not be bad to get. Yeah, we'll see about getting Calm Down and sticking it on perhaps our dice here. Yeah, we'll do that. Put that away. And 1 fight, 1 rest, and then the next boss fight. This is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but I just want to have another try at the boss and see how it goes. Yeah, I get some good bleed started on that. Just to work through what it's got. Yeah, we'll get through that. So he'll die next turn. And then the big beetle is also going to be losing a fair bit of health coming through. Sounds like it lost a lot of health going through. And some block. Okay, and this will probably finish it off. Yeah. And maybe we'll go for another powerful shot. Rest. And we'll do 1 customization and then see how this next fight goes. Okay, is this the big toad guy again? Yeah, it is this thing. Who decimated us the 1 turn. I don't know if it's because of a debuff we had. Or what, but we'll see how things go along. Because he has the absorption. Gain 1 foolish attack when dice face is exhausted, and lose 1 attack when exhaust faces are played. Okay, shield up. Harass on, some more resolve back. And get some more bleed going. Oh, that's what he did. Foolish attack. Yeah, deal 5 damage per stack of that. So if I use that up, that gets... Okay, so I have to get rid of anything that's exhausted. Or hope I can get rid of anything that's exhausted as quick as I can. Actually, you know what? So he doesn't gain the stack. I'm just going to let the turn end. That's why the 4x13 came into effect, is because we had... Must have been 2 cards that were exhausted. Okay, do that. Get some block in. Get some more resolve to help mitigate this coming. But now, I should have paid more attention to what his... effects or that were. I would have been able to avoid that. Yeah, we're getting through him. Or getting through the health pool there. That is... Yeah, 2 exposed, so we'll get that on. Gain some more of that. And apply that. Now weaken that further. And we're not going to exhaust the die, just so that way he doesn't gain the attack bonus or whatever. God, that went so much easier. We'll take the new die. Quickly see if we can what we can actually put onto it, because we... Do I actually have enough so that way it doesn't have any blank flip? No, there's still going to be 1 blank face on it, but It's at least a start. But we're going to end the episode Tamarak Trail here, and to be honest, I think we're going to keep going with the demo next week for a while. I don't know how far to let us go with it, but we'll keep trying it to see. I still feel iffy about having the wounds and resolve being both your energy resource and a health pool, but it does seem like there can be some work that it does okay with. So we'll keep playing along with it, see how it goes. I'm cautiously optimistic after this episode of how things went. Maybe it was just that I wasn't doing the right things of like trying to have more to regenerate it. Like, where is it? Is it here? No, it's in this die. Right, close you, bring you up. Yeah, it's this one right here, where it's like the +3 resolve, and then +2 for every bounce. So we'll see how that goes next week, and keep trying more of Tamarak Trail. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.